Hello and welcome to episode 32 of the University Epic Podcast, your go-to Universal Orlando trip planning podcast. I'm Jim Klein, along with Taylor Franklin. We are your hosts and travel agents for all things Universal. On today's show, we have some more Halloween Horror Nights announcements to talk about. Hey Taylor, how are you?
I'm good. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, we
Oh,
have
I'm
some
so
big
excited.
announcements coming up, so let's get this
Really
out of the
big.
way first. So last week, all of our listeners probably
I'm so
went on
sorry.
Wednesday or Thursday and they were like, hey, the podcast did not come out. We had What a rough week we had last week, right? So it was Father's Day, doing
Yep.
Father's Day things. We were like, okay, we'll do it on Monday. Monday, I had a late flag football game with my daughter.
Yep.
We couldn't do that. Okay.
No.
And Tuesday, we're like, okay, we'll just record on Tuesday. And then your power go, or
My
your,
power went out for an hour and a half, and
yeah,
it was like it came
we're like,
back on I think around like 10:45.
yeah, we're like, you know what? We've been doing this for 31 weeks straight. Like,
Yeah.
we can miss 1 week. We apologize. But we're gonna ramp it back up here, and we'll get through these.
We
But
have a very dedicated listener that may or may not have texted me and was like, "So no podcast this week?"
yeah,
And I was like, "I'm so sorry." And she was like, "Oh, okay. I need my fix." And I was like, Don't worry. Don't worry. We're coming back. We're
yeah,
not
we're going
abandoning
back. Yeah,
you."
it's not. Yeah, it was a series of
It was
unfortunate
so
events,
much.
and then
Yeah.
the week before that, we had like a really super long episode that our downloads didn't really work. It was like it was. It's been a rough go for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But we're back, and everything's gonna be good, and we're gonna move
Mhm.
forward with this. So we since then, Friday the 13th happened, right? And there was
Yeah.
a huge announcement that day, and then there was just an
Ah!
announcement the other day
Yeah.
about an original
I
Halloween
yeah.
Horror Nights house.
Mhm.
So let's get into
Um,
it. I
well, we
know,
should tell them first that this is going to be kind of the new format for a little while, for the summertime.
yes,
You probably won't be getting any like longer episodes from us unless we just like really get going, which is possible. Jim and I will talk forever, but
exactly.
um, you probably won't be getting any like super long episodes from us. So we're sorry, but that's how it has to go. I have a full time job, so does Jim, and we're both travel agents, so it's rough.
It's a lot of work right now for both of us.
Yep.
We're gonna try to keep these between like 20 to 30 minutes each, and
Try.
we're gonna try. I know it's very hard for us. We keep going, and it's just like it's an hour and a half in. I'm like, oh boy. But yeah, we're gonna try to keep them quick, but they're gonna come out
Mhm.
every week, and
Yep.
we'll just do like one topic a week and
Mhm.
move on from there. And then when we settle back down and like once the kids start back up school, everything kind
Yeah.
of settles back down for both of us.
Yep.
So we'll do that. So let's get into the announcements. They're very exciting. Let's start with the first one. The first one was announced on Friday the 13th,
Yes.
June 13th.
So I was so excited. I was waiting. I was waiting. Friday the 13th has become a little bit of a holiday for me in general. Just because I love Friday the 13th. And my birthday is 13 also. So sometimes I get Friday the 13th. Not this year, but sometimes it's Friday the 13th. Um but yeah, so woke up, was going about my business and everything, and then all of a sudden I get alerts for Halloween Horror Nights on my phone because I am insane. Um, I get alerts for Halloween Horror Nights, and I look down, and not only did we get a house announcement, we got a house announcement for my all-time favorite slasher icon. Jason is coming to the event. Um,
So
really, really exciting.
Jason is like when I say I get scared of I don't watch horror movies, this is the reason why. Right? Growing up with Friday the 13th movies, and I don't know if they still do it, but on network TV back in the day, if any day that it fell on a Friday the 13th, they
Oh
would have
yeah,
a marathon of these movies on. And I know that because my older brother, who is handicapped, right, loves horror movies. Loves
I
them,
love that for him.
right? And he would sit there and watch these all night long. He loved Jason like just every single one. Like he watched it and he got so excited when it was Friday
Mhm.
the 13th just to watch. I don't know if they do that anymore. Probably not.
That's where my celebration of Friday the 13th started also, is because there was an old cable TV channel, and I wonder if you know what this is, but there was a cable TV channel called Chiller.
No,
And
no,
it
no.
uh, so Chiller used to air all of the horror movies all of the time, but it also used to do documentaries. And my favorite horror movie, probably of all time, is Poltergeist.
Okay.
Um, and they did a whole like special on the Poltergeist curse, which I won't get into here, but they did a whole special on the Poltergeist curse, and it was a really big deal, and I was glued to my TV. And then they would do like countdowns, like on MTV when they would do like the music video countdowns.
Yep.
But it would be like genre based. So they would do that, except for it was like horror movie children, like top 20 horror movie children, and like things like that. And I adore it. But yeah, so Friday the 13th has been announced. Kind of. Now the exact wording of the Friday the 13th, and let me pull it up real fast just so I know I'm correct. Um, it is actually not Friday the 13th. It is the Jason universe.
Yeah. So that's coming. That's a new thing coming out, right?
Yeah, so there's supposed to be a Jason TV show that is coming. And I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I do know that it looks like, from the wording, it sounds like we're getting the original Friday the 13th movies,
Okay.
because it's like step into his terrifying world from his sinister shack in the woods to the summer camp where it all began. So I think we're going to Camp Crystal Lake, which, like, I can't wait for the merchandise that comes out of that because I need a camp counselor t-shirt.
Yeah, and that was part of the video that they had put out to announce
Mhm.
this, right? They had
Yeah.
like Crystal Lake like plaque up on the wall,
Yeah.
like there was like little hints and stuff of what we're getting in the houses. I don't know if you
Do you
saw
think they're
that.
going to do a Jason lanyard? Sorry, I just thought of that.
Did you see? Okay, so talking about merchandise, right? Did
Yeah.
you see the like stained glass?
Yeah, I'm going to
Or
talk about that. We're going to
yeah.
get to that.
Okay. Okay.
I got to get through the announcements first, and then we're going to get to that,
Yeah.
because there are a couple really cool things that are happening with the merchandise, and I really want to talk about it. So, to continue on that path, there is a convention panel thing that happens every year called Spooky Empire. And it is pretty much where we'll see like the first glimpses of what we get for HHN that year. Which is kind of how we knew that Slaughter Cinema was coming last year. Um, because they showed off some things that were like, well, that doesn't really seem like it fits anywhere, and it's because it didn't, because it fit in Slaughter Cinema. Um, and we usually get like first looks at like the scare actors, or like concept designs for houses that have already been announced, except for this year we got a house announcement at Spooky Empire, that was so exciting, because, so I know you don't know this, but I'm Spaniard. I'm like Spanish from Spain. And so the house this year is called El Artista. The Spanish, a Spanish haunting. Um, so it sounds like we are not only getting a another Spanish house, which is amazing because it means that the whole house is almost certainly going to be in Spanish, which was amazing. They've done it twice now, when they did Fiesta de Chupacabras and Monstros last year.
Okay.
Um, the houses were almost entirely in Spanish, which was so fun for me, walking through the houses and being like, but none of them were from my culture, so I was not. I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. It's like Colombia or something. That sounded so mean. but I am Spanish from Spain, and I'm Panamanian, so I was like waiting for something. Panama probably wasn't going to get anything, and I expected that, but to have something from Spain is really cool. So we have a little bit of a description of the house. It's not like super intense yet that we know of, except for there were some pictures, and we did get to see the artist. So the description states it's 19th century Spain. A tortured artist moves into an isolated country manor for inspiration, but the art comes alive and possesses him. I am so excited for this house.
Very, very cool concept. Like
Mhm.
I love it. Like it
Yeah.
is. It's very, very like just the fact that like the art comes to life and then obviously scares the crap out of you. Like it's gonna be awesome. Like it's gonna be
Yeah.
pretty good.
I
It's gonna be
would, Jim, I'm going to send you the pictures tomorrow morning so you don't have nightmares tonight.
okay. Good.
So you
Good.
can see them because they're cool. It's genuinely so cool, and we got to see a little bit of him on stage. They had like a little like table and chair and like a writing or like a drawing station set up, and like while they were talking about it, he like came out on stage and was like sitting there next to them. And then they showed up. They showed all of the concept art and everything for it, and it looks amazing, amazing. Um, I am over the moon to see this happen because in my house, not this house, but in my mom's house, they speak primarily Castilian. So that's the Spanish with lisps.
Okay.
They speak primarily Castilian, um, except for my grandma, who is Panamanian, so she does not do that. But my mom does, and especially when she talks to her sister and everything, she's normally speaking like that. So it'll be really, really cool, and I really hope they can stick the landing. I have absolute faith in Universal Creative in their ability to do so because from everybody that I've heard that like is from the cultures that the Chupacabra House and Monstros is, they were like this was done really well, and they like the dialect was correct for the region that they were supposed to be in, and like things like that. So like I have the utmost faith that Universal Creative is going to knock this out of the park. And if anything, these pictures that I'm seeing in this like concept art and like the costume design and everything looks incredible, and I could not be more excited for it.
Yeah, it looks great. It does. It does look
Yeah.
great. I saw some of the imaging and stuff like that. It looks phenomenal. Like it really does. And I saw a lot of influencers on TikTok talking about it. Everybody's super excited about it.
Mhm.
Everybody. Like I have not seen one person like kind of bash it at all. So it,
Now I believe that this house originated for HHN Singapore. I believe that the artist is, I believe the artist himself is an icon somewhere else, but I don't remember where he's an icon.
gotcha.
But this house did not originate anywhere else.
Okay.
From just the quickest of Google searches, someone can correct me if I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
But another really, really cool thing is for anybody who has experienced HHN or anything, the art director for this house is the same person that did the art direction for Dead Man's Pier Wharf. Oh no. Oh no. I'm failing. I'm failing. Okay, there one was
Been
a
a
scare
while.
zone,
You
one
know,
was
we
a
haven't done
house.
this in a while.
I shouldn't have second guessed myself. I was right. Okay. Dead Man's Pier. Winter's Wake, which won the most beautiful house, because it is stunning. It is a full 360 house. It is so pretty. And if we ever get the opportunity to talk about that year, I would love to, because that house was amazing. Um, Absolutely incredible. But it's the same art director that is doing the design for this house too. So I am really, really excited because that house was beautiful, and this house will be no different. I'm so sure of it. Which everybody will get my full rundown sometime after I get back. Another really big thing that we learned at Spooky Empire is
The Universally Epic Podcast is brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel, a Universal You Preferred travel agency. If you're looking to plan your next Universal Orlando vacation, let's do it together. As certified Universal specialists, we can help guide you through the planning process with helpful tips and tricks along the way. The best part, all our travel planning services are free to you.
When you book your Universal Orlando vacation with us, you qualify for an exclusive booking bonus offer from the Magic for Less Travel, a $25 Universal gift card for all vacation packages over $2,500. Ready to start planning? Email the podcast at universallyepicpodcast@gmail.com and start planning your next epic Universal vacation today. The theme for the year. So this is where I was going to bring up the merchandise because um, they originally showed off like the logo for the year, and I was like, oh, it's giving this like reclaimed garden vibe. And I was like, that's weird. And they kept like showing off like stained glass and like greenhouse looking things, but like old greenhouses. So I was like, this like reclaimed nature theme. I don't really know what we're doing there, but sure. Um, so we officially got the theme for the year, and I was right. The theme is the conservatory.
Okay, that makes
Vines,
sense then. Yeah.
gargoyles, yeah, yeah. So vines, gargoyles, stained glass, gothic vibes that will weave into the theme of the event.
Yeah,
So
nice. Yeah,
yeah,
and like I said, that stained glass puzzle piece
yeah.
looks incredible.
So really, really cool. They have not done something like that. As far as I am aware, as far back as I could research, they've not done something like that. So basically, what it is it's like this like it looks like the Universal Arch, and it has these like puzzle pieces that fit into them. Um, each of the puzzle pieces themselves are $8, and the actual frame itself, I believe, is 20 something.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's basically an acrylic stand, and and it would be really cool if I lived there because I could like we could have like a whole thing where I like hold it up and I insert the puzzle piece, but like I don't have one. So but I'll show you guys when I get back from HHN because I will get one.
It is a very cool souvenir. It
They're
is.
doing it for all of the IP houses. So
That's
none
great.
of the original houses are going to make it into these frames. I
Okay,
do hope that that's something that we make that like becomes a thing where we have something that's like that every year, because that is a fantastic keepsake. I would
it's
keep
great.
every single one of them.
Yep, of course. Yeah, it looks so good. It looks
Mhm.
so good. And I was like,
It's
that
really
is such
cool.
a genius marketing uh, like idea. And yeah, if anybody looks it up on TikTok, it looks so good. It
It's
looks,
really pretty.
yeah,
Aside from that, we've got some like shirts and cups and things like that. The
of
big
course.
thing is that like stained glass
I
kind
love
of mosaic vibe.
I love how like every drop of the houses is just a merchandise drop at the same time. It is
Yeah.
hysterical. Like it's like, oh, look what's here, and it's like
Yep.
Fallout's here, and it's like all Fallout merchandise. Jason's
Mhm.
here, and it's like it's so
Yep.
funny. Like you go on TikTok and you're like, oh wow, look at all this stuff you could buy like instantly. Like they just pop it in there like so quick. Like it's like overnight, and there it is. It's so
There's an influencer that I follow that like goes because they I think it's a couple. They live there. So they go like every week during HHN week or during like announcement season, and they're like desperate. Like I'm convinced these people live in the park because they're like desperately like, ooh, are they setting up tables in the Five and Dime? Are we getting an announcement today?
that's so funny.
Because it's always in the Five and Dime. They always put it in the Five and Dime.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, no, it's such a cool thing that they
It's
do,
really cool.
like, with all the announcements. So, you have anything else with this? We're just it seems like every week we're gonna get something every week because
Yeah.
let's be honest, we have like what 6 weeks left before it
Mhm.
like gets going. So like, and we have 7 more houses, right? Was it
Yes.
10?
Okay, so I heard somewhere on the grapevine that we might be getting 11 houses.
Oh, okay. Well, we have four. Well, we don't. Do we know Five Nights at Freddy?
No,
Is that we
no,
don't
we
really
still don't.
know
That was
100%.
the last part of my notes over here. It says still no real details on
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
So,
They keep
so there
details to
might be
come.
four
Where?
houses out there, and there might be three,
Yeah.
right? Like that's what we're going with here. So either way, there's like 6 or 7 more houses that needs to
Yeah.
be announced in 6 weeks. So we're gonna get
Hmm.
it's gonna start coming pretty quick, and
Yep.
you're not
And
they're
all
not gonna
five
wait.
scare zones.
Yeah, and they're not gonna wait until the last week, right? Like, what, do they? Do they do that?
Well,
Really?
well,
Wild.
they might. I really
Wild.
hope they don't, but
Yeah,
they might.
that would
I
stink.
assume probably in the next couple of weeks we'll know all of the IP houses.
Okay. All right.
The original houses are the ones that are going to take a little bit longer. They normally do, or we get like a full week of original houses, and then we get IP on Friday, IP the following Friday,
There you
IP
go.
the
Yeah,
next Friday
it's
until we're
gonna
done.
come pretty quick. Like, we're gonna be
Yeah.
doing this, and we're gonna be like, okay. So basically, every week there's gonna be like an
Hmm.
HHN announcement, basically, or one of
Hopefully.
yeah. So, all right. So let's wrap this one up. All right.
Okay.
If you guys are looking to go to HHN, reach out. Where can they reach us? Do you remember the email address?
Yes.
It's been a while.
Universally epic podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah, reach out to us at universityepicpodcast@gmail.com if you want to book a trip with us. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Um, TikTok is where we really are prevalent. You can join our live every Sunday night, or now it's like every other Sunday night.
Yeah, every other Sunday night.
Every other Sunday night, you can find us 9:30. And like always, have an epic week, everybody. Hello and welcome to episode 2020. We're way past
Are we
20.
going back in
Oh
time?
my god, my dyslexia. I don't even have dyslexia. Oh,
Dyscalculia. That's
yeah,
the
there
one with
you
numbers.
go. Okay, gotcha.